Welcome back. In today's video, we're gonna tell you something you probably already know. We're kind of a unique family. Okay, and we say that because we have a certain skill set that can take us places that are kind of strange. So we were contacted by some people that needed to go to a funeral, and they asked us to come and house sit their off-grid place, since we have some knowledge of how batteries and generators and goats work. So anyway, we're going to show you what we're doing out here.
Yeah.
And Catherine has a treat for us.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
And you got to check this out. We're unique, right? Look at her feet. That's Catherine out in the snow with flip-flops on. All right, you know how it is when you borrow something, it breaks, or when you're taking care of somebody's dog, they get sick, that sort of thing? Just wait till the end, I'll tell you what happens. We had a little surprise right at the end of our trip.
Let's go check out Milk and Goats for the first time. He's like this novice kid, doesn't know what he's doing really. I'm not sure I like this. Was your first experience as a goat
milker?
Goat milker.
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ready to do this for the rest of your life?
No.
Twice a day. Here are the mighty milkers. So I'm really going back to my roots today. My dad is a baker, and I saw him bake many, many loaves of bread in his baking years. And so I hope I make him proud today. I found that I never really was able to get a hold of the whole bread baking thing, even from watching him all these years. But maybe I can redeem myself today. On top of that, baking it in a wood-fired oven. I mean, wouldn't that be great? All kinds of possibilities. You have the nice little firebox in here. It gets really hot. And I actually made pancakes on this the other day, and it worked amazing. The heat was super even, and the pancakes were golden brown. You know, it was like beautiful. I've looked everywhere in their house, and I couldn't find an oven thermometer to tell me what temperature this is at. And so to bake bread is a little bit iffy.
So one thing about this stove I was told is that it's called a home comfort, which means it's meant to try and keep the heat in the stove and not in the house, because women, you'd always cook and they'd be cooking year-round on a wood cook stove. It gets super hot. So you don't get as much heat off this as you'd think. This has a damper for the air for the firebox. It has a crank you can turn, the ash falls down. It has this water jacket on the side, so you can have hot water all the time, because back in the day, that was real convenient. And then you can also move that water jacket to this side. It just stays warm. These are pretty neat. You can, the old handle.
Oh yeah.
Just lift up and you can look at the fire. See how it's doing. Drop stuff in there.
Drop the camera in there.
That's right. So it has a warming oven above and a warming drawer underneath. And then of course the oven. So pretty neat. This is the friendliest place to be right here. I like it.
The cook stays warm.
Just hold it right there. Don't let anybody get the idea that I think I know how to cook. I don't.
So I do have a really good memory of wood cook stove. When I was growing up, my grandpa had one in his basement, and we would, every time we would go over, we would make buckwheat pancakes, but the best with butter and molasses. It smells wonderful. See how it turns out. I don't know if that's enough for a family of 5.
That's enough for Tyler.
Is that it? I know. Oh.
Smells good. Are these finger holes in here?
They are. I washed my hands first. Well, as you can tell, I had mine
That's a
earlier.
huge bite too.
But look, it's beautiful,
It's beautiful.
golden.
Yeah.
It baked perfectly.
It's even all the way around.
Yeah.
And so here's what happened. I was sitting editing this video and I noticed the light starting to flicker. And this is a system that this man has set up. It's been running for 20 years, pretty much flawless, I think. Anyway, I just got a text that said, how's everything going there at the place? And I responded, great, no problems whatsoever, no questions. And I decided I better get up and check the generator. So I went out and looked and there's no power coming off the generator. Been running for 2 hours, nothing coming in at all. So I went out and looked at their generator and sure enough, there's a melted wire coming right out of the control box. Well, they had bypassed the breaker. So it was just a direct feed down to the inverter and something fried. So what happened was they'd been running this generator for 2 years on 2 wires, 2 legs of the 110, and one was a lot smaller than the other. One was like a 16 gauge wire, and the other one was probably an 8 or a 10. So after 2 years, that wire got hot and all the vibration in the generator, and it fried it. So we ended up packing up in the dark with a headlamp on. So we had one headlamp, we were running around in the house, and everybody was following me, and we were picking up stuff, and we'd shine a light where it was supposed to go, and we packed up, ate dinner in front of the cook stove with a little light on, and came back to our place we were staying. And also, it was snowing a foot of snow outside, so it was just coming down, the perfect storm. All right, stop. So despite the abrupt ending to our stay, we really enjoyed ourselves up there. It was good to see Tyler learn how to melt goats for the first time, and Estelle also. It's always good to have something out of your comfort zone, and I really enjoyed Catherine's good cooking on the stove. We wouldn't have had cinnamon rolls, but we hadn't gone up there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. We'll see you on the next video. You don't like dogs in the video. What is this?